Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go through a CV very quickly with you. I'm just going to go through the basics in terms of structure, certain things to include, certain things that maybe you should get rid in your CV. Now, if you want this template as well, if you want to contact me on Instagram at Sports Science Hacks, just drop me a message and I can send this template over to you. Okay, so starting off, very, very simple. Just put your name at the top. It could be in a slightly larger font to the information slightly below that, with your address, your telephone number, and your email. With your address, just street name, town, postcode. You don't have to go crazy and put loads of information about that. For your email, I'd suggest that you put something remotely professional sounding. Um, if you have an email address you had at 17, 18, it sounds a bit immature now. I wouldn't bother including that. It could be a student email address, for example. I would really stress that you have a personal profile here. So people are going to look at a lot of CVs when you're going for a job, and people can skim through them very quickly if they don't look very good or they don't get to the point quickly. So I would say have 3 bullet points here which sum up who you are, what you can offer. So for example, you could say you're a student. You could write there, I'm a second year student in this course. If you qualify as a personal trainer or a nutritional qualification, whatever that may be, put that in. And if you have any form of experience in relation to the job that you're going for, put that in too. Okay? 3 or 4 is fine. You don't have to put loads of bullet points in. Don't overkill it, but 3 or 4 bullet points in your personal profile is fine. For education, so put the years, let the person know who's reading it, what year you're in, based on those years, and university name and name of the course there. I'd put some relevant modules in. 4, 5, 6 modules. Don't list all of them. A lot of people will put every single module in. It's really boring to read as an employer, so just put the relevant ones in. And if you're doing a dissertation, put that in as well. Speak about that. What's the topic? Even better if it's in relation to the job you're going for. It'll make you stand out. School, I wouldn't bother putting all your grades in. Just say the name of the school, say where it was, and that should be fine. You don't need to go into great detail about that. Education, just like your work experience, has to be in order of most recent to least recent. Some people put their school here as the first bit. Always put the uni first, the most recent place you've been to. Qualifications, so if you have any qualifications, put those in. I'd put relevant ones in. So if you're going for a sport job, but you put in qualifications, manual handling, or something that's completely irrelevant to sport, I wouldn't really put them in. You can if you want. But if you're trying to trim it down and save space, it's not really going to be that impressive to the employer. Work experience, so as I just mentioned, has to be the most recent work experience first. A lot of people go wrong and put stuff from years ago first. Has to be the most recent. So I'd put the month and the year that you started to the month and the year. It could be to the present day, but to the time when you finished. Put the name of the company, the location, and the job title at the top here. And put it in bullet points. Some people write a long paragraph here about what they did. I wouldn't do that. I'd put it into bullet points. It's so much easier to read. 3, 4 bullet points is fine. If you start putting 5, 6, 7, it's too long. It gets really boring to read. So 3 or 4 is fine. And keep it really concise as well. Short sentences for each one. So those are the jobs. You can see repetition here. It's exactly the same bit in the second bit. This is exactly the same again. So yeah, just to reiterate, it has to be the most recent job first and then go down the line. Hobbies and achievements, I'd only put those in if they're relevant. A lot of people will put in, I play the piano, I like reading books, I like listening to music. Employers are not going to care about that at this stage. So in this section here, if you are going for a job in a triathlon related job, if you're a triathlete, put that in. If you've competed at a national level, regional level, and you're going for a job as an S&C coach with a triathlon club, put that in. But yeah, if you're going for a job as an S&C coach at a football team and you say you like listening to music and reading books, it doesn't add anything to you. So don't put that stuff in. And then down here, references. So for your references, I would recommend having your most recent employer. And as well as a recent employer, I would have a lecturer as well. So if you have a lecturer that you're quite close to, ask them. And that would be the perfect combination of references. So you want the name of the person, use their title, doctor, Mr., Mrs., whatever their official title is. Please put the job title in. People don't do that. I've seen CVs where it's just a name and a number. As an employer, I'm thinking, I don't know the link. Who is this person? So have their title, have their address, put the email address in, and put the phone number in as well. So these are the basic things of a CV. Keep it to 2 pages. I'll quickly go over it again. So name, address, telephone number, email. This format's really good. It's nice and short. Sometimes people go half a page with that information. You don't need to do that. Have those 3 bullet points. Sell yourself at that stage. Education has to be in order of the most recent. Talk about the modules, just 5 or 6. Don't put them all in. It's boring. If you're doing a dissertation, put that in. School, just list the school. Qualifications, relevant qualifications, put those in. Work experience has to be the most recent work experience first. Don't put stuff in from years ago. And then to finish off, hobbies and achievements, remember they have to be relevant. If they're not relevant, your rule of thumb, get rid of them. References, an employer, and one of your lecturers. Okay, so that's a very quick tutorial on writing a CV. If you want a template like this, drop me a message, Sports Science Hacks, on Instagram. If you've got any questions about writing a CV in general, get in touch. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you again soon.